Olympus has been making cameras and lenses for a very long time, and their Zoeco line of lenses are known for superb optical quality. Now today I have the new 300mm f4 Pro lens. Now, Olympus has made a bold statement saying that this is possibly the company's sharpest lens that they've ever produced. That's a pretty big statement, and I can't wait to give it a try. And if it's good as they say it is, I guess this will be a hashtag BLE, best lens ever. This is an amazing lens. Obviously it has great optics, but there's some very cool built-in features. At the front we have the sliding lens hood, so it's built right in. You just tighten it when you need to use it, and then loosen it and slide it back when you put it away. Now the side here, there's 3 buttons. The first one here is a focus limiting switch. You can adjust for different zones of focus. Now if I'm doing like a soccer game or a bird that's very, very far away, I can set this from 4.4 meters to infinity, or from 1.4 meters to 4 meters. So if I go off the subject a little bit, the lens won't search back and forth, keep hunting. So it makes focusing very, very fast. It has a built-in image stabilizer, which makes handheld shooting so easy. And if used in combination with select Olympus cameras, you actually have up to 6 stops of stabilization between the lens and the body. Now there's also this function button here. This function button can be programmed to perform 27 different functions. So if you have something that you normally use on the camera, you can now select right on here. Now this is a really cool feature here. It has a built-in tripod collar, which can be removed because, believe it or not, you can hand hold this lens. And this collar here can actually go right onto an Arca Swiss style tripod without needing an extra plate, which is amazing. The lens is also weatherproof. It is actually sealed in 17 locations, so you can use it in any kind of wet or dusty conditions. It's never going to let you down. One of the main reasons why I'm so excited about this new lens, obviously it has great optical quality, but it takes advantage of the compact system format. Now, this lens could fit in, I can take a whole system in a small little bag like this. In fact, the lens isn't much bigger than a large coffee at Starbucks. It's so compact. It's only 8.9 inches. And I'm not going to use the term 8.9 inches and tiny very often, but when I compare it to what's out there for equivalents, it's super small. Now, this is 300mm f4, and it's made for Olympus or Panasonic or anything that's micro 4/3 mount. Now, in 35mm terms, that means we double the magnification. So it's the equivalent of a 600mm lens. Now, if you've ever looked for a 600mm lens, first off, they're hugely expensive. It makes this lens look very inexpensive in comparison. But the big thing is size. A 600mm f4 lens is larger than my arm. There's no way you're getting that onto a carry-on for a plane. So the whole reason of getting a compact system camera is to have light, small gear. And if you're a nature photographer, a sports photographer, I can't think of a better lens that's easy to take with you.
The left side of the screen has no image stabilization, the right side does. This makes a big difference when hand holding the lens. If you're a nature or bird photographer, this lens is great for you. With an equivalent magnification of 600mm, this lens puts you in the middle of all of the action. Whether a nature or sports photographer, this lens will allow you to capture great detail. The large focus ring makes it super easy to do manual focus. Even though this lens is primarily designed for still photography, even with video, especially for wildlife, you can get amazing close-up detail without actually being physically close to your subject. This lens has nano coatings that reduce glare and give you razor sharp images. This is perfect for capturing detail. You can focus as close as 4.5 feet away. The lens's super quiet motors makes this lens impossible to hear, so you will not disturb nature. This also makes it perfect for shooting concerts and music, because the lens is so quiet it won't even be heard. With the camera's built-in and lens built-in stabilization, you can get steady images without using a tripod.
If you're currently an Olympus or Panasonic camera user, you should do yourself a favor and check this lens out. Especially if you do any nature or sports type photography or video, being able to bring the action up so close is going to give you incredible images and incredible video. And you might not have an Olympus or Micro Four Thirds system, but the allure of having a lens this small with this much magnification may make you consider looking at getting into a new system. And also there's the cost factor. Looking at a Canon or Nikon 600mm f4 lens, they're super expensive. Not many people can afford that kind of lens unless you're a working pro. This lens is much more affordable. And also the size factor. We know a Canon or Nikon 600mm lens are this big. You're not going to take that on a carry-on bag on the plane. Now imagine also a kid's Christmas concert or school play. You're not going to take out a 600mm f4 lens to get those great expressions up on stage. But a lens like this, you could. Also, what's also amazing about this lens is that it has the built-in stabilization in the lens and the body, giving you 6 stops of vibration reduction, meaning you can shoot at slower shutter speeds or hand-hold video without it being shaky. This opens up all kinds of new possibilities that you just can't get with other camera systems.